Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Your Call, a series where we ask you what you would do on difficult bidding problems. Today, I'm joined by Matthew, who's been playing Bridge for 15 years, and he's been in love with it ever since he's been exposed to it in his after-school, middle school program. So he's been playing, 15 years since he was a wee little lad, and he loves to travel to NABCs whenever he can. He played in the 2019 NAP Flight A's, and he won it for his District 9 with his partner, Jeff Edelstein. And his favorite part of the game is defense. Would you like to elaborate on why you like defense so much?
Yeah, I mean, on average, what you're doing more than anything is defending. I mean, declare and play, of course, everybody likes that, but, defense is really where, you can find yourself picking up imps or match points. So if you're not doing that well, it's going to be hard to succeed as a partnership.
Right, and, just having a really successful defense is like the most satisfying feeling you can ever get in Bridge, in my opinion. But thank you for joining me on this week's It's Your Call.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
All right, so I just wanted to ask you something because you kind of started this little trend back like before COVID time of live streaming Bridge on Twitch. What has that been like? What drove you to do it? And how's it going on now? I mean, it's been like 4 years now, right? 4 or 5 years.
It's been 5 years, but I actually didn't start streaming for Bridge. That came a little later. I was streaming some other games first, and then I was like, well, I'm not as good as this as other people. Then I, I don't know if I started the trend with Bridge, but at the end of the day, there really wasn't a lot of presence for it. So it's been fun to be all connected with each other, and it's fun to be a part of it. And yeah, I look forward to doing it whenever I can. And I'm glad that it's, led to opportunities like more people streaming, doing the view graphing content is now on Twitch. And, even this series right here probably wouldn't exist if we hadn't started with that too. So it's good that we're able to keep the community strong through its online engagement.
So yeah, thank you for that little note about Twitch. Now it's time for It's Your Call. So, this is your hand. 14 high card points, 5/5 distribution, and it's definitely an above average hand. So I'm liking our chances at the moment. So the auction starts with West. We are playing imps. West is dealer, opens 1 no trump, and it is alerted as 11 to 13.
Okay.
Interesting range. And then your partner bids 2 hearts, natural. And then it goes pass to you. It's your call.
Okay, well, yeah. We don't want to leave this. We certainly don't want to leave this in 2 hearts. I mean, yes, our partner probably has values on this hand if they're coming in over a weak no trump, but we certainly can't afford to, play in 2 hearts and watch our partner declare in a 5-0 or a 6-0 fit.
That would be very unpleasant.
No,
your partner
that's
would
not
not like you
fun.
for that.
We have points, but we're not that good for that. So, 2 options that come to mind is you could try 3 no trump here, but I'm not sure how great that really is because first of all, you're never going to be able to run tricks in that heart suit that your partner promised.
Right.
So you're going to need to be able to take 9 tricks despite that, and that's going to be complicated. So I'm just going to start with 2 spades.
Okay.
It may not necessarily be taken as forcing, but I'm just going to go with that, and we'll see where the auction goes from there.
Okay, so your call here is 2 spades, and your partner is going to West passes, and your partner at this point is going to raise you to 3 spades and pass from East.
Okay, well, I think here we definitely have to take a shot at game. One thing that we know about our partner's hand is that they're short in one of the minors. If they're able to bid hearts and then raise spades, they're either short in clubs, which is good, or they're short in diamonds, which isn't necessarily as good, but we should be able to deal with that too. So I'm bidding 4 spades.
Yeah, just a simple 4 spades. Getting into that game, and yeah, at this point, your partner is going to just pass out. So your partner's hand ends up being Jack fourth of spades, Ace King Queen fifth of hearts, Singleton diamond low,
Okay.
King third of clubs.
Okay.
So it's a great contract. It might even it's probably too good of a contract.
Yeah, I mean, based on what you kind of just told me, it sounds like we are having a really good shot at making six. I don't have any club losers. I can throw a club on a heart, and even some of the diamonds that I was worried about having to rough out, those are going to go away on hearts as well. The most effective defense that they can give me is, if they lead ace of spades and then continue with the spade, because that cuts down on the roughs that I can actually achieve. But even then, I still might be able to make six. But I mean, four is definitely fine. But yeah, it sounds like based on what you just told me that we might be missing slam here.
Yeah, and it's just extremely difficult to get to slam, especially when you know that partners' honors are definitely in hearts. You definitely have heart wastage, but you don't know that they're going to be top runners. So it's just completely uncertain of whether you're going to be able to get pitches. You don't know about the diamond distribution. There's just a lot of uncertainty, and especially when the opponents have come in with that one no trump, I don't know a lot of methods. So it's just very, very often untouched territory in club level player systems.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't even sure when we bid two spades whether it would be taken as forcing or not. But,
Right.
One thing that I could potentially say based on what you told me is, I don't think that three spades was the best bid by partner.
Okay.
I think their hand is almost too good for that.
You think so?
I mean, they have 4-card support. They have a 13 count, and I'm not going to be just taking a free two spade bid with nothing in this hand. I would almost feel that partner should, and this is something that isn't clear, is what would jumping the four diamonds show? If four diamonds was taken as a splinter, which maybe it should be, because if you had just diamonds, you could start with three diamonds.
Right.
So if you're taking four diamonds as like some type of splinter, now I mean that's not great because I have five of them.
Right,
but I
you've
know
got
that
wastage in the diamond
a good
suit.
hand, and now I might explore or think about exploring. I probably still won't. Because I mean, I need to deal with a lot of wastage that I have because my partner's going to have hearts and I have none of them. But I mean, instead, if they were like to jump to four clubs in this hand, if they had a stiff club, now my eyes are going to light up because my hand is a lot more effective then.
Right. You only need two roughs to get rid of the club suit, and your diamonds are
Yeah, and now I know they're going to
setup.
have some diamonds too. And if there's any finesse that I need to take there, it's probably it depends on what finesse it is. But I know where the points are if I need to do that.
Right. So yeah, it's just the fact that it's undiscussed, and in this situation, are you completely certain that four diamonds is a splinter on both sides?
And no, you're not.
Right.
Which is why you probably don't do it, but it's a good agreement to have if you did.
I don't see really what else it could be. So yeah, I really like your assessment of the four diamonds bid. But do you think that, without the four diamonds bid, four spades is probably a better call than three spades from the north hand?
Yeah, I mean, I would jump, if four diamonds wasn't an option, I would be bidding four spades instead of three. I mean, I want to be in game with this hand. My partner's not bidding two spades on nothing. I don't have to have this good of a hand, but four spades opposite, anything that I could be bidding two spades on is still really, really good. Now, maybe if you're taking it that two spades is forcing, then maybe you're thinking that three spades is stronger than four, but I feel like that's just something that isn't clear, and I would probably just jump to four in that case.
Yeah, I do definitely think that two spades is unclear as to whether... because, like you said, we could be in a situation where we have this hand and we don't have nearly as many high card points. In that situation, do you think you would still bid two spades over the two hearts and not want it to be forcing?
Well, yeah, and like maybe if I had the same exact hand and I didn't have the ace of diamonds, the question is, would I still bid two spades? And I want to say I probably would, just because at that point I would be fearing that that we're going to be in two hearts going down one or two, whereas two spades might just be cold. So I probably would just still bid it. But yeah, I don't have to have as good as a hand as I had here, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, you are free bidding, and I think it could definitely be partner just saving you. But yeah, I definitely agree with your assessment that you probably want to be in 4 spades with North's hand, probably just from the assumption that you are playing imps. At match points, you could definitely expect partner to have a little bit less of a hand. They're just trying to save out of 2 hearts, but more often than not, they're probably going to have something more. If partner had 1 heart, they're probably just going to pass with a weak hand, right? They're just going to pray that they're going to come in again.
Yeah, if give me a hand here that wasn't as strong and I had a stiff heart, I'm probably just gonna, pass and then hope it goes okay. I'm not gonna try to bid 2 spades and save this contract and then turn a misfit into an even worse situation.
Right. Completely agreed. What do you think 2 no trump should be? Do you think that should just be minors?
If I bid 2 hearts, if I bid 2 no over 2 hearts?
Yeah, if you bid 2 no over 2 hearts.
No, I think that's the minors. I would think that I think maybe the more common treatment is that 2 no would be a good raise of hearts. Because
so
I don't really have another option. I don't really have an option for that, right? Like,
yeah,
3 hearts would just be a raise. I mean, I could jump to 4 hearts, but
that's
I think
non-forcing.
usually, yeah, I don't think usually you intend on playing 2 no trump on these auctions.
I completely agree.
2 no trump should mean something special, and I think here it would probably be some type of heart raise.
Yeah, just to queue. We talk about queuing other
It's
partners'
like, yeah, exactly. The opponent's hoping to no trump, so now I'm Q bidding.
You're Q bidding with no trump. Who would have thought?
Yes, exactly.
You don't see that every day. So yeah, I mean, I was just curious what your take would be. It was like it's probably either minors or it's a Q bid, which I've never seen no trump as a Q bid. So that's fun. All right. Well, thank you again for joining me on It's Your Call, Matthew.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. This is a great series, guys, and look, I'm glad to be a part of it this evening.
Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, to our audience, what would you have done? This is not an easy, I mean, none of the It's Your Calls are easy bidding problems, but this one is pretty unclear. Like, is 2 spades forcing, in your opinion? What would you have done with the North hand over 2 spades? And yeah, just let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the ACBL YouTube channel so that you can see some more It's Your Call content. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye!